Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition. This is the tarot reading that is focused strictly and exclusively on your ability to manifest. And I mean that in a conscious way. That is to say, we are manifesting throughout the entire day. But usually they're little tiny little things, little coincidences. Oh, geez, I was just thinking about that, and those kinds of things. This is a bit more intense. And so because of that, all you're going to see on the screen for the next 12 minutes or so is this one picture. This is the tarot spread for today. I want to minimize the amount of visual distraction. So there's only one picture. Many people just close their eyes and listen. I want the pictures to come from your imagination. I want the pictures to come from between your ears. That is participating, consciously participating in manifesting. That's important. My job, to inspire. So, we got the two rows of cards. The middle card at the bottom, middle card at the top are the first card and last card in the reading. Therefore, they're sort of important. They steer. So let's begin. First row up front. The oracle card is milk and honey. In ancient times, milk and honey was considered the ultimate combination for food. Both in those days were not processed. They were raw from nature and full of goodness. And so when people referred to a land of milk and honey or anything in that regard, they meant an abundance. It was literally the stuff of life. It's what gave life all the nutrition that had not been spoiled by processing. The milk came from the animal directly, nothing in between. They didn't pasteurize it, nothing. The honey came from hives, wasn't processed, pasteurized in any way. It was direct from nature, a gift of life. So that's what we're talking about, the stuff of life. All righty? So let's begin. All the way on the left, the bottom card, is the Page of Wands. Pages always change the storyline, always have you moving in that direction, whatever the direction happens to be. Page of Wands says you want positivity, you want enthusiasm, you want to be plugged into your life. Because many of us are living lives where we're simply existing. We're not actually participating in our life. We're watching our life pass by in front of us. And really not involved, really kind of just observing. We're spectators. We're not participants, put it that way. And so what the Page of Wands is saying, if you are looking for that stuff of life, if you're looking for the land of milk and honey, you got to get enthusiasm, positivity. You got to be plugged into your life. And the way that you're plugged in, of course, are your pentacles, your values. Next to the Page of Wands, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles means work. Focusing on what is valuable, because ultimately that's what Pentacles are. They're not simply money. Too many tarot readers go, oh, Pentacles means money. One way or another, it means money. No, it doesn't. It means your value. What do you value? Because if you're valuing money, you are valuing something that the rich people in the world have conditioned you, have programmed you to want. Stop and think. Money doesn't buy health, because we all die, so that takes care of that. Doesn't buy happiness, doesn't buy friendship, doesn't buy purpose, doesn't buy positivity, doesn't buy happiness or joy or anything. So what does it do? It buys things. And that's all. So what we are asked to do here is, if you are looking for the stuff of life, if you're looking for that milk and honey experience, you got to plug into an enthusiastic life. You have to participate in your own life, and that means you're going to have to work on what's important to you, because otherwise, how do you know what to plug into? One of the things that will help in that regard, however, is the Knight of Cups energy. Knight of Cups, Knights always bring gifts. The Knight of Cups is sensitive, emotional, loving, caring. That's what you need to do for yourself. Instead of just living a life by somebody else's rules, which is what we do, pull back. Say to yourself, look, I want this life here, this page of wands. I want to be plugged into my life. I want to have some input. First step, I think I'm going to love myself, respect myself more. Set up boundaries because I know what my values are. And the first step in that direction, change your thinking. Queen of Swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas. And the Queen is the one who follows through on the King's proclamations. The kings make these big proclamations, but it's the queens who carry them out. And the Queen of Swords is perceptive, clever, straight talking. Not just with other people, but herself. Very often, the people who we lie to the most are ourselves. Queen of Swords says, no, you don't do that. You want this life of milk and honey. You want to be plugged in enthusiastically into a life. You got to make sure your values are straight so that you have a target. Number two, you got to be gentle with yourself as you're moving forward like this. And that means changing your thought patterns. Difficult, but with practice it certainly can be done. Let's go up top. All the way to the left, Page of Cups. Ooh, connects nicely with the Knight of Cups. Page of Cups often is an apology. Small little apology. It's also creative beginnings. It's good news. Why not give yourself the good news? You love yourself. Not in a narcissistic way, because narcissism is not love. It is self-hate, to the point where narcissists have to tear everybody else down so that they feel anything at all. We're not talking about that. We're talking about positive influence on yourself. Love yourself. Know what your boundaries are. Know what you stand for. Know that you need to think positively about yourself. Doesn't take much. It just takes a little bit. But you need that little adjustment, that little change. And speaking of pages, how about the Page of Wands coming up yet again? Enthusiasm, excitement, positivity, and being actually plugged into what you are doing every day. You decide what your values are. You decide what's important to you on your terms, not their terms. I mean, you got to give to Caesar what Caesar's and to God the things that are God's, of course, right? So you got to kind of follow the rules in society. But you can decide your own goals, your own destiny. How are you going to get there? Where are you even going? So the Page of Cups, Page of Wands sets that up with a respect for yourself, a trust in yourself, a belief in yourself. And to emphasize that, what do we have over the next card? How about the Ace of Wands? Ooh, baby. Creative strength, beginnings, inspiration, enthusiasm. That's your goal. You're looking for the stuff of life, the milk and honey equivalent. That's what it is. Ace of Wands, enthusiasm for your life. Some purpose in your life, a point in your life. Not designed or designated by somebody else, but by you. What do you want in your life? And if it's just money, we go back to the Eight of Pentacles again. You need to reevaluate. How about peace? Money doesn't buy peace. Ask the people who have it. They're worried about people taking it away from them. How valuable would peace, true peace, be in your life? Those kinds of things. That's what you go after. This is the time to make the changes. We got the World card. And the World card always talks about completion, wholeness. That's what you're looking for in your life. Having a whole life experience. Again, not just visiting your life, but actually living your life. It's so important. That's the stuff of life. You want to touch it, feel it. You can see it. In the center, up top, the vice versa card is the Three of Wands. A lot of Wands energy today in the reading. Anyway, you see in the vice versa card, he has what would be the globe, looking more like a yin and yang symbol. But he's got three wands around him. He's holding one, holding the globe, if you will, in his other hand, and he can see it, he can feel it, he can taste it, he can hear it. He's manifesting the life of positivity, enthusiasm, joy, a life where he is actually conscious. He's connected. He's got it. He's got the stuff of life, the equivalent of milk and honey. He's got the juju. So can you. That's the reading for today. Back tomorrow again with another Tao Manifesting Tarot reading. Hope you're here with me. If not, I'm here 365. But between now and the next time we have a chance to do tarot together, peace and blessings.